Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It is Wednesday? I think Wednesday. I can't remember anymore. But yeah, it's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, and we're going to be working on some character commissions. I have the references they gave me over here. This is what their character looks like. Somebody else made art for them as well. So this is kind of what they look like on the side. This is my interpretation on the left. But yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of it. They wanted to add the veil and the makeup, so I'm doing that. I'm doing it on a separate layer in case they change their mind. But yeah, so let's just dive into it and yeah, get going. Here, I'm gonna move these out of the way so you can see more of the actual art. Everything's working really chunky today, and like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's causing it, but I feel like I'm having a lot of issues with various things, social media sites, Adobe products. It all sucks. You know, it's all disappointing. So, especially because, you know, they expect us to pay so much money for it. But, yeah. So hopefully we can get something done. Like, even my keyboard is working like garbage. Like, I'm having, like, weird issues with my keyboard. Like, my control button. Like, my control button on my left side of my keyboard doesn't work, but the right side does fine. But it only doesn't... When my control key only doesn't work on the left side when I have to hit Control Z. So I can't figure out what that is. I try to Google it. I don't know. Like... You know, I'm going to try Googling it one more time. Control key. See, it's weird because everyone keeps giving me tips for how to fix the control key. But the control key works, right? Control Z doesn't. Like the combination of control and Z does not work. Only on the left side. I don't understand what's happening. I tried uninstalling the keyboard, reinstalling it. Nothing. I don't know. And I feel like if it was a system issue, Control Z in general wouldn't work. If it was a hardware issue, one of the keys wouldn't work. So I don't know what it is. Because how come Control and Z works? So it tells me that like there's something with like the programming of the hardware in the system that has to do with like reading the left side of the keyboard. I don't know. I really genuinely don't know. I don't know anything about how this is communicating. But, so, essentially it's made my work go a little slower because I can't quickly access Control Z if I need to. But, you know, it's not a huge problem. It's just annoying. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, we had the makeup on a separate layer because while it's cool looking, I just don't... I personally think she looks better without it. I mean, either way, I think she looks pretty cool. But I just feel like you can see a lot of her character. Alright. We're just gonna kind of keep pushing to oh yeah, there's the veil. There's a veil also on the character that I want to try to figure out. Alright, let's see. And like everything's super slow. Like Pinterest is super slow. I just don't understand like what's going on. It's either my computer's shit in the bed or there's something wrong like with a bunch of different things. Okay. Just kind of looking up references now of like veils pulled back kind of thing. See if I can get a good idea of like how they would look. So just kind of sketching out the loose shape of everything. It's not hair, so it's a little stiffer. So we're just kind of trying to find a nice, interesting shape. For this veil. right now, like, not necessarily caring about going for accuracy, just kind of going for something interesting. I always find that like doing accuracy and stuff early on tends to get you stuck and make things stiff. Even that right there is looking really cool because it's kind of transparent. I kind of love that. And what I like about just kind of winging it and not really worrying too much about accuracy and stuff is you end up finding really fun shapes and things. And that's really important, you know, finding interesting so like right now, like Control Z would come in super handy. But it's just not, I feel like I have to like remap the key or something. So like I like this area here. And I think it looks pretty good. So we can kind of keep going with it. Pushing our shapes. Like this is the top portion that got like folded over. We start to build like justification with things and it helps us kind of make things more realistic. Like this here is the top from the front. You just pulled it over. And then you have like, you know, your bottom layer. Just gonna have, you know, thicker points. I'm bummed, like I have to like hide like a lot of her like really pretty like blue hair and stuff, but it looks cool. It's just not my favorite of the choices, but it's not my art, you know. It's, I'm making it for someone, but it's what they want, you know. So then we just kind of keep building up. Like that's kind of all we're doing now. Building up, tightening up, eliminating areas that It's funny, this character feels very fitting for the time of year. I've been so annoyed with my phone lately. It's like between like political ads and like people constantly text it. Like I'm so sick of like I just want to hibernate for like 3 months and like shut my phone off and like not deal with people. Like from like I want to take like I don't know, March to May off and just like not talk to people for 3 months. Just annoyed with a lot of it. I just feel overstimulated. I think that's a better word. Like I'm not like annoyed with the people, right? I feel like I'm just more like annoyed with like I don't know, like I don't want to like hold a conversation. Like I just don't feel up for it. And then it's like I just keep seeing like my phone light up underneath. I had to flip my phone over because it's like I just see my phone light up and I just get mad. Like even on social media, like I feel like I've muted so many accounts in the last few days just because like it's so negative. Like a lot of there's so much negativity, and like it could just be like the time of year, you know, election season. You know, everyone gets mad around elections. I'm just not in love with that. Like, I just think that, like, I just think that sucks. Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird, right? Because it looks good. Like, it looks good. But I just don't... I don't know. Like... I just don't... I think I just don't love it. And I'm wondering what I could do. That's a little better, I feel like. Looks a little more like a trash bag at the moment, so we're going to try to fix that. First I'm going to blend the layers. Merge the layers, I mean. God, I think it looks better without the veil, but I don't know. We'll see if we can make it look good. It could also be because I didn't fully render her hair underneath, so nothing's really showing through incredibly well. So that could also be a part of the effect that's kind of happening right now. Whew. I feel like if I render her hair a little more, it'll give me a better idea of what is looking like in the veil. Let's take a look at this veil again. Okay. It's a little better now that we have like some stuff in there to see. Still looks a little trash baggy, so we're gonna try to get that a little more veil-like. Look at my reference here a little more. God, this control Z thing is so aggravating. All right, so let's start down here. Oh, this isn't the right layer. We just gotta kind of soften the whole thing, pretty much. Like, that seems more like what we're trying to go for. Trying to really just go in very soft. We want to deepen it as we get more cluttered and folded with like the top and bottom portions. But we don't want to make it more dense because then you end up with that issue like I was having earlier. With the trash bag kind of looking effect. I'm gonna add a little flare here, just because I just always love doing that. Have a thing billow like that a bit. So now the difficult part is like we have the top of the veil now folded over. From the front. So it's gonna make more density. And also like a ton more folds. So we want to make sure we're at least trying to convey that. That's looking better. So like this, probably merge this, and then I'm gonna erase It's not too bad. Gotta add like a pattern or something like that to it. So maybe we'll kind of like go in and paint it a little more. I could probably still soften it a bit too, but veils are pretty stiff. I just didn't want to give it like that, like, you know, trash bag look. But we can kind of like bring in a little more. Ah. Ethan, Seth, thank you for checking out the stream on YouTube. Really appreciate it. Good morning. This one's been pretty fun to paint until the veil. I'm not really happy that I have to paint a veil. It's especially a black veil, because they end up kind of looking like trash bags, but this one's looking okay. I liked it before the veil and the makeup, but it's growing on me. I'm liking it a little more the more I do it. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna move on to a different part. Steve Sketches, welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking it out. Really appreciate it. Caffeine in hand. Yeah, I have some coffee but left to make, but I don't like the kind that I have left. We ran out of the good kind that we have, so I refuse to make it. Oh, thank you so much, Ethan. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll hear back or how long before I hear back. When I see fellow artists that like announce that they're working for D&D, I'm like, oh, was I supposed to hear back already? Even though I just submitted it legit yesterday. I don't know. But we're hoping. Maybe I'll hear back from Wizards. That'd be sick. I don't agree with all their practices, or most of their practices, but I still would like to, paint something for them someday, And it's so funny, like, their submission form is like, no AI. And I'm like, y'all need to not be checking that super well. I used to submit to, they had an art drop email for the longest time, but I think they stopped using it. So I feel like I've just been submitting to like a dead email that nobody checks, or it's just people, or they just don't think my stuff's the right fit. But like, it's hard, like when you see like some art that you're like, oh, like that seems like right around like my skill set as well, and maybe it's just not what they're looking for, you know what I mean? But it's like I don't know, sometimes you see some of the art and you're like, I'm that good, I could do that. So it's tricky. It's like who you know and stuff. Oh yeah, Ethan, you said you just started that job recently, right? Like last time we chatted, you were just starting it. How's that going? And yeah, Steve, if you didn't know, they put out a new way to reach out to them. If you like just Google it, submit art to like Wizards of the Coast, something like that, it'll pop up. It's not just they used to have it on their website where they say you could do it, and then it would be like a link to like thing about fan art or something like that. I don't know, it was weird. Stressful. Ethan says stressful, but not as stressful as not knowing how good your submission was or if you'd hear back. Honestly, I will be completely honest. It's not that stressful. It's more just like it would be nice to know what to work on. You know what I mean? So like I'd rather get feedback and be told no than be told no just by the fact that I didn't hear anything. And I feel that and I feel like I got used to that a little bit, especially like in the beginning of my career when I was looking for graphic design jobs in like Boston. There's a lot of the old adage of we need someone with more experience, but how do you get more experience if nobody hires you? And then you would just hear a lot of like, oh, we'll reach back out when we're looking for something, or all any excuse under the sun, instead of just straight up saying no and here's why. I just think more people should practice doing that. And I know Wizards of the Coast, they probably get thousands and thousands and thousands of submissions a day, so they can't do that. But I would like to imagine that if you're even in the running, or like somebody that they consider or want to see or are interested in, but they don't feel you're ready yet, at least they could have an art director be like, I think you should, your work's really good, it's on the right track, here's what you can do to improve it to get to the level we want. Even if you did that for 10 out of the thousands of people, right? The ones that are like just outside of being hired. But I guess that's why they have those events, right? But it's like, who the hell, like, I'm not going to fly to Las Vegas or whatever just so you can look at my portfolio and tell me I suck in person. You know what I mean? Like, just, I'm not going to do it. I got 2 kids, man. I fly into Las Vegas to be like, I'm off to go get my portfolio looked at, even though they could clearly do it digitally if they gave me 5 minutes. They should legit hold a digital event of portfolio reviews, if that's a thing that they consider. Steve, I respect the hell out of that. Not doing it. I respect the hell out of that. I do respect that a lot. But I feel like in the digital age now we're in, where portfolios are digital and online. Yeah, for sure. Exactly what you're saying. Things are different now. 10 years ago, maybe. But even 10 years ago, that was 2014. I guess things were still a little on the chunky side where things didn't really work as well. I think once you hit like 2016 and on, things were a little more efficient. I mean, now I think things are getting less efficient with AI being implemented and everything. It's just not working as well. I feel like people are relying too hard on automation, and the automation isn't meeting those standards. But anyway, yeah, I just think even in 2016, almost 10 years ago, like I was not in a place to be able to travel across the country to have somebody look at my portfolio. So like I just kind of found the work how I could where I am. And I just, I've been blessed with some really great work and some really awesome clients. But yeah, Wizards of the Coast isn't one of them right now. So I don't know, maybe someday soon, hopefully, if they're opening submissions to things. Maybe that's kind of just like, what I need to get in a little bit. I just want to paint a magic card. You know what I mean? One. Just give me one. Make it a token. I don't give a shit. I would do it. Let me paint one item or a character in a book. Dream fulfilled. I'm good. I feel like I'm good with that. Like, I'm not over here looking to paint covers, I would love to. I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting to paint the book covers for people. I think I'm like at that level, but I'm not expecting it. Well, the thing is, by dream, I just mean like it's a goal. I've already achieved the dream that I want. I'm doing the thing that I hope to do. And yeah, it has its days where it utterly sucks. But I think if you can look at things with optimism and understanding that like things aren't always going to be perfect no matter how hard you try, I think you soon realize that the dream is still like a thing worth trying to attain, if that makes sense. Like, life is still very hard in its moments, even for me. But I feel really blessed and really grateful for what I have. And I feel like if you were to ask me, like, this is the dream. I think I just throw that word around there for like, that was an art goal of mine. It was an art goal of mine from like when I started being like, it's what inspired me to become an illustrator, was like seeing Magic the Gathering cards and being like this art is sick. Like I want to do this. Like I want to make art that is like, that feels like, because I was always inspired by like old masterworks and like historical paintings and stuff, but I always loved the idea of like taking the moods of those paintings and like interpreting them through like a fantasy kind of lens. Like you see it a lot in like the Lord of the Rings set that they did. There's lots of really cool examples in there that kind of fit that same vibe. So yeah, it's more of like a goal of mine that I would like to achieve. It's not like if I don't get this, I'll hate myself forever. Like, no, I don't. It's whatever. I'm super happy with what I have managed to do and what I'm currently managing to do. My next like dream goal is to like, I want to like, I have tabletop games I'm making. I want to finish those and get those out in the world. I just want people to play some games, man. Like, I'm excited for people to play Rune Rally. I hope I can figure all that out to like get it into people's homes, people can play it, have a tangible thing they can play. I agree. It's still an insulting rate. especially when they're making as much as they're making. Because it's gross too, right? Because like them saving that much money on charging artists or whatever to make cards allows them to pump out way more cards. And like when they do that, they're increasing their revenue flow by not expending as much. So it's like they're able to like put out way more content because they're able to hire so many people for on the cheap instead of like doing 4 sets a year or whatever, or 3 sets a year and paying artists like a little more. And it's fucking frustrating. It is. But again, like, and this is why I get mad about like Twitter and stuff, because people are so matter of fact, black and white on there, that it's like if you do this, then you're this. And the world doesn't really work like that. Like things are a lot more gray. So it's like, yeah, I agree that how much they pay for a Magic card it should be more. However, I still kind of want to paint a Magic card. You know what I mean? Like it's, sometimes you just do a thing because you want to do a thing, not because you're doing it to survive. You know what I mean? And like, I agree things should be different and things should change. But at the same time, it's like, it's not going to make me all of a sudden like protest doing art for Magic the Gathering. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because I agree, like even like the Pokemon contest, right? They have the illustration contest for the card or whatever. And like, I like Pokemon. I like drawing Pokemon cards. And if the contest wasn't paid, if they didn't pay the people that they decided to turn their cards into actual cards, I wouldn't do it. Like, I think I did the Pokemon contest because I was like, oh, it's actually a contest, which I hate contests. Art contests suck. I hate them. But the fact that they're actually offering to pay somebody, like they're actually offering to pay somebody and get their card in there is like, it's good. And they're willing to pay like $5,000, which is like still like, you could argue it's too cheap or whatever still for Pokemon, but like, it's not nothing, and it's for one card, and if you enjoy the thing too, I don't know, it's weird because like I wholeheartedly agree with you, right? But at the same time, I'm kind of like, yeah, but I also like painting Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. Like I think I agree, but that was only for first prize, right? Second prize is like 2,500, so it does drop. But there's only 3 winners, so it's like first prize is 5,000. I think second prize was 3,000, and third prize I think it was like. I could be mixing my art contests together because I also did the Beautiful Bizarre one. Now I feel like I think 5K was 5K was definitely first place. I don't remember second and third. But again, like I entered that contest because I was like, I paint Pokemon all the time anyway, just for fun. I can paint a Flygon. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, and I just submitted it. Whatever. I didn't get in. I don't care. Next year I'll try again. I like painting Pokemon. Took me 2 hours. You know, it's like whatever. But again, if I have no good ideas and I don't like what they're trying to do, like what their contest is about or anything, I'm not gonna waste my time. Like if I'm booked up or whatever, I'm not gonna do it. But and that's the same thing with like people like getting mad at like how much people are charging for their commissions. Like it's too low, too low, too low. And it's like, I agree with most of it, but at the same time, it's like I feel like I charge too low for character commissions, but I charge them that for a reason. Like, because it allows me to have a little more time on them because my schedule is very limited. So, and I'm working on like 7 things at once. So like, if somebody wants me to do something faster, I would charge them more. But if they're flexible with how long I can take on it and they have a little more creative freedom, I'm willing to do it on the cheap. Like, not cheap, but like, I'm not going to charge them like, you know, $4,000 for a character, you know. But I also think that I'm not speaking as like this should be the standard for everybody, because I definitely think that like everyone has different life situations. Everyone should be demanding what works out for them. And like I'm definitely clearly speaking from a place of comfort, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't really know. Like I don't have any wealth. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like how am I trying to say it? But like essentially like it's like I'm comfortable doing the price that I feel is good in order to get clients and maintain positive relationships with those clients. And I just think that like, I don't know, I feel comfortable charging what I charge, you know. Sometimes I've tried increasing it, and like, I don't know, I don't know if I feel like I need to at this point. Yeah, man, it's rough, especially like we got, again, like another thing about life situations, like we got lucky with our home. Like we bought our home at like the right time apparently, because then the housing market got like crazy ridiculous after. Like we bought our house for like, it's like doubled in value, and it's gross. I hate it. Like, I mean, I have no intention of selling it, and so it doesn't even matter. But it's just like, oh, great, now I just pay more in taxes. And I don't get to control where those taxes go, which sucks. I wish I could control like how much of my state taxes go where. I would love that. Let me put like 80% of it into schools and like libraries and education. So yeah, the veil, I'm not 100% on yet. It definitely needs like a pattern or something, but I'm going super slow right now. I got distracted. I got on my my soapbox about nothing. Ethan, if you're still here, I'm telling you, man, your commission, I think, is my most popular one. People, I don't know, man. People love tieflings. I don't like. But no, never mind. Hold on. Ethan. I think Ethan was the. Were you the? Did you get the druid commission? Now I'm blanking. I might be switching I might be switching them. No, yeah, no, it was Ethan, yeah. People are ready for the hornies. It's that tail, dude. Now, honestly, my theory is people love tieflings because they get to like live out their Nightcrawler dreams. Because everyone loves being like, everyone secretly loves Nightcrawler from the X-Men. One of my favorite characters that I've ever made, though, was a tiefling. He's a tiefling bard. I made him have armor on, but the armor looked like a tuxedo, and he was like his voice was his instrument, and he was like a crooner, and he had a mechanical crow that would just hold its beak open like that, and he'd be like the backup band. Still one of my favorite characters. Yeah, Ethan, man, people loving that tiefling, going nuts. Did the print a cater wall a cater more like a cater wailing Cambion. Uh, did the print come out okay, Ethan? But no, that that tiefling was fun. I would like play him like he was like he'd croon and then like be like talking to like an audience that wasn't there, or like a statue, like treating him like a person in the audience. It was fun. I started the artwork for it years ago. I don't even know if I still have it. If I still have it, I'll pull it up really quick. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Also, Ethan, if you need any like I mean, I'm sure you guys play in person, but like if you ever need any digital stuff, like I can do like tokens and stuff too if you need a token. For like Roll20 or whatever. Let's see. Let's see if I can find this. No, it's on upsale. I would just do it. It takes 2 seconds. Get him. Just another 350. The fact that like the fact that you typed it out like that. That's another tree fig. Oh shit. That's so funny. No, I can't find him. I don't know. Maybe I deleted it because I was like, this guy sucks. So funny. I can't remember his name. Oh, here. I think this is him. Let's see if I could open it. Will it work? I never finished the art. Yeah, no, I started it. This is from 2017, so it's not very good. But I started like with this like basically this armor or whatever. I want to go back and do it. I feel like I could do it a lot better, obviously. My art has improved over the years dramatically. As an ad. I also do ads for people. But anyway, yeah, so, that was so funny. But yeah, no, I also did like, I made like, we played isometric boards for a while, so I made like super quick, like, minis with the character art. And, let's see. Like I did like, you know, fake isometric. They're not like they're not accurately isometric, but they work. They work good. Let's see. I think they're pretty fun. It's like here's what they ended up looking like. They have like the little base and stuff. So I like painted this little base, and then whatever character I made, I'd plop them on that. So if you ever do isometric stuff too, yeah, I have a template. I can just kind of plop your character in, and it'll work. Oh man. Ah. All right. I'm going so slow. Well, if I had to make a whole new token, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you mean the top downs where it's the full body? No, I just put it in a. No, you're fine. I'm not. It's all right. Yeah, if it was like top down full body thing, yeah, I'd have to charge for that. But like, no, this is just like plopping like their headshot in a circle framing, you know. The isometric thing is easy too, because it's like it's their full body on like a little base, but the base is actually isometric and they're not, so it kind of creates the illusion. And we used that in the last campaign. I actually haven't used tokens at all this campaign, which bums me out a little, but it's fine. We've been doing Theater of the Mind the whole time. You know, this keyboard sucks right now. And then there's also like I forgot to share these with you guys too. Like I do these things called last minute minis, which are available on the Patreon. But you can, you know, if you don't want to join the Patreon, you can buy them as well. But they're like digital download, like little minis that you can print for your like home games. And here's like I'll share with you the sheets. Let me get to them here. Where are they? What? Oh, where the hell are they? Oh, here they are. Yeah, so here's like, you know, like what they look like is like a sheet, you know, like minis that you can print out. So like you get like little printouts of them. There's 2 pages and like little art pieces that come with them. Let's see. So like, yeah, you get like 2 pages or whatever. And like then you have like the first page, there's like the little boss one. So you essentially like print them out on cardstock, you fold them in half, and you can bend out the base and then tape the bottom if you really want to keep them together. And you can use them in your games as minis, print out as many copies as you want. So yeah, I have those up on the Patreon if you ever need stuff for your home games that are quick. And there's also process videos you can watch online. Hey man, if you want them, they're over there. Patreon.com/Outpouring. You can buy them for $10, or if you join at the $5 tier, the download tier, you can get them for free. Just gotta search Last Minute Minis, and you'll find every set. We have 3 so far. We have ghosts, skeletons, and like crystal mechanical things. And next one is gonna be like squirrel soldiers, I think, or mimics. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I agree. You should ask for more for something like that if they're planning on doing that. This is more for like, I don't know, man. If I did that every time, like, This is where I don't know. I just don't do that. That's just not me. I just don't do it. Like, I agree though. If somebody's looking to do it commercially, like trying to, sell them for stuff, then yeah, it's a way different price. You're gonna profit off them. This is more for like, on the Patreon, I'm trying to make stuff that's like for people that play games that like need resources and stuff, or are interested in the games that I'm making. Like, 'cause I'm making Rune Rally, which is a game where you play as wizards and you race and cast spells at each other. The game's basically done. I just gotta like get the Kickstarter going and finish the rule book, like the design of the rule book. And then there's Pages of Fate, which is a co-op deck building adventure game, which is also mostly done. But there's like a lot of art that needs to be made for it, stuff like that. No, it definitely doesn't give you the rights to do that. These are just like, at some point you gotta like just trust people aren't gonna be assholes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It obviously I'm not gonna like legally go after anyone. I just gotta hope that people are decent in this world, and like, I don't know. It's hard, man. If I worried about every little thing all the time, I'd probably be dead by now. With my anxiety the way it already is. I got enough problems. Something happened up here, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. That's the veil. That's what that is. What are we doing? Where are we? Yeah, no, I actually did. I did get a couple people that would be like somebody reached out about a commission, and like I offer a commission discount or whatever if you join the Patreon at a paid tier. And people are like, and I would get, occasionally, like I got somebody that was like, hey, I want to do a commission, so if I sign up for the Patreon and I get the commission and then cancel it, does that still work? And I'm like, yeah, but you're an asshole. Like, what do you like, yeah, I guess it would work, but you still suck. Like, I don't really know. Like that's shitty. Like, don't do that. Like, why are you being like? Like, I don't go to your job and be like, hey, if you work for. I told them I'm gonna cancel this commission. I'm not. I did say yeah. I didn't say you're an asshole, but I did say yeah. Technically, you could do that, but like, I don't support that. I can't remember what I said, but then I was like. I eventually just told them I'm not gonna do it. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, kind of a dick move, bro. Yeah, I guess, but it's not cool, bro. Because it's like, I don't know. There's been so many. Everyone that's hired me for commissions, especially this year, has been super respectful and super kind, and like lots of fun to work with too. So it's made it easier to like. It's been a lot of fun to work on these commissions. It's been aside from just sheer my poor time management, it's been really fun. And and just, you know, life outside of commissions happening to make things go slower or faster or whatever. Yeah, for sure. I agree. It's like, I'm not gonna, well, because they also had the gall to say that in the email, right? Describe their character in like 3 paragraphs and then be at the end, be like, I'm still not sure if I'm gonna hire you. I'm still looking around. And I'm like, fuck off. Just go. Like it's not even worth it. It's not worth it. There's 3 other people that are waiting for commissions, and like, I'm about to hire you? No thanks. I'm good. I'll just go work for somebody. I'll just go work with somebody else that actually has the decency to be respectful. And I've had people that have hired me for commissions that have joined the Patreon at free or paying tiers, and they're super cool. And like, they don't just, and they did it after they got the commission. So it's like, I don't know. Some people can be really awesome, and it's just like, you know, and those are the people that I still believe in. Like, the decency of people is like what I am focusing on. I'm not going to focus on like the crap that is like people just being like weird. Yeah, no, I love it. Everyone's been super chill about it. They've been awesome. Like, and I'm not just saying this to like be polite. Like, I had one client specifically who, like, every email, it's like you'd think that like you made like the Sistine Chapel for them. Like, it was awesome. They were so enthusiastic and like super cool about it. And if stuff comes up, like, they're super flexible with you. Like, oh yeah, take your time, don't worry about it. Like, because that's kind of like the agreement. Like, I mentioned it earlier. It's like, that's kind of the agreement that goes in like my pricing the way it is. It's like, yes, I could paint this for you super quick. But I also have like other clients, I have contracts. And by that agreement, it's like, by me keeping my price low, you're kind of going into it being like a little more flexible with it, you know? And everyone is, they're all super chill about it. I think the closest thing I had to like a super tight deadline was like somebody's like, hey, I just was wondering if I could get this before somebody's birthday. Like, it's like, yeah, it's fine. Everyone's super chill. I love it. So yeah, so when you can email like that, like, I don't even like, I've been so happy with all the other client work that I've gotten that like I don't get super mad. I just kind of am like like what? Like, what is that? And I just am like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I don't do that. I have everyone pay half up front as a committal. Whoa, Ethan dropping some science. Pokemon card app's out today? I tried the beta or whatever, and I did not like it at all. So I'll check it out. Hopefully it's better, because the animations were chunky, and I didn't like how they laid it out. Super generous with the number of packs you can open, says Ethan. Yeah, no, I've been playing Pokemon with my kid a lot, the Pokemon trading card game, and I've been obsessed with it lately. Hold on, Steve. Let me go back to Steve here. I just tell people it's going to take forever to pay 50%. Well, I just tell people up front, I would like half as a committal and half when it's completed. And if they have to wait a time, my commissions are rolling. So it's like, I never close commissions unless I'm really like, I'm not going to do any more commissions for the rest of the year or whatever. I usually just bump it to the next month. So when somebody, if January's full, then it says my commissions are open for February, etc. So it's like, oh, you mean 50% price increase overall. Gotcha. Yeah, I think, I don't let people skip to the front of the line. I don't really care how much you're paying. Because, again, like, I have clients that are, like, basically they're paying the bulk of my freelance work that take priority regardless. Unless you're going to pay, like, 2 months worth of pay for a big commission that you need right away, I'm not going to cancel their work. I'm not going to push stuff off. So unfortunately, it's always going to be like, hey, private commissions are more like fun for you and me. So the prices kind of stay relatively low. So it's affordable for you. But if you want something rushed, I can move stuff out of the way, but it's going to cost a lot of money. Yeah, Ethan, I'm going to have to check that out. I currently, we've been messing around with decks here at home, and like I have I charge 200% for NDAs. You know, I do admire your pricing. I don't do it. I maybe I'll get to a point where I do, but I don't. Whoops. Bummed. I'm really bummed that we have to stop. I'm having a lot of fun. But trying just to erase that section there. All right, there we go. It's working. Yeah, no. So yeah, my kid and I have been trying to mess around with combining decks and stuff. So like I built a psychic and dark deck, and I kind of built it around like there's a Pokemon, I can't remember what his name is. He's a newer one, and like he has an ability where like for every dark energy for every dark energy it has on it, it does it like for every dark energy he has on it, what does he do? Oh, he did something really cool. I can't remember what it was. But also his ability like immediately confuses. So it was really fun. Steve, I think you could be less self-deprecating. That's what I think you could be. No, I think you're doing what works for you as well. And I think there's a place for both of it. And I think that was kind of what I was getting at earlier with like how matter-of-factly people are on social media, because you're so limited in your character count that like everything has to be so like if this then this. And it's like, well, really it's more of a gradient. It's like, do I think anyone should be charging $25 for a character commission that's fully painted? No, I think you're a fool if you do that. But can you charge 200 or 300 and somebody else charge 1,000 or whatever? I think both are reasonable, and I think both are okay. I think it depends on your process and like how you work out your schedule and what you're kind of doing it for. I think both spectrums are valid. And I don't think it makes you a crusty jerk. I think it just means that like you have, you know, needs that you need fulfilled in terms of like your life and your lifestyle and your bills or whatever, and like that's how you attain it, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, I gotta stop there because I gotta be done for my work shift now. I'll be working more later. So thank you all very much for checking out the stream. Steve, thanks again for stopping by. Ethan, everybody else for checking out the stream. Thanks for chatting with me. I'm going to try to come back again tomorrow because we didn't stream yesterday or Monday. I can't remember what day it was. Oh, no, you're fine, Steve. I really appreciate the chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Probably working on this character some more if I don't finish it. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming by. Have a great day. Be kind to each other. And yeah, we'll see you again. Later.